Greetings. Today, the moon continues in Libra as of this morning around 6 a.m. ish Pacific time. The moon forms an opposition to Saturn and is coming out of that square to Venus. So we have a T square. And then as we go on throughout the day, we continue with themes of partnership and relationship and how we can find balance and be there for one another. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, May 26th. So continuing with that Libra moon, Libra is about that need to get along, right? To Libra, the peacemaker. So finding those places of common ground and balance in our relationships. Sometimes we have to compromise a little bit. Other times we have to stand our ground, and that they both can bring balance, right? Sometimes we can compromise too much, and then we're giving away too much of our power, and that is not a healthy relationship. And neither is it to be too dominating in a relationship, right? Healthy relationships need that back and forth. Also, remember that balance, real balance, is dynamic, and that means that it changes. So, what brings balance on one day can look a little bit different from what balance might look like or feel like on a different day. So, I think we have this this image that balance means or peace, right? Means we reach this place of perfection and then everything's good after that. And that's really not how it works, right? We have to continually do the work to work toward balance, restore balance, come back to balance, find the balance in the place that we are at, even if it's not comfortable. So it's work, right? It's ongoing and it is dynamic. It changes. And that is what we get reminded of Tuesday morning here with this T square. So the moon opposes Saturn in Aries. And so right there, we have that Aries Libra opposition and highlighting the themes, the push and pull between the selfishness of Aries, the drive and the will of Aries, and the what about me side of things. And then you have the Libra energy with the moon in Libra saying, what about us, right? How are we going to do this together? And so it's not just about you, it's about the whole. And if that is a relationship of two, or if you're talking about a group, it could be the whole of the group and finding balance within the group. So this axis, this opposition and polarity between the selfishness of Aries and the togetherness of Libra means that it activates that dynamic balance, that that need to continue to work toward coming back to center and finding stability and acknowledging that we might feel different from day to day, or the conditions might change from day to day. So, just a little food for thought as you do the work of whatever is showing up in your relationships or your partnerships or your balance or your friendships, whatever that might look like. So something something is inviting growth, and there could be new discoveries possible. I mean, that is the exciting thing about challenges with squares, oppositions, T squares. They push us. They push us to discover new things, to think new ways, to grow, to change, to learn. And we have the harmonic energy like we did yesterday with a grand trine and a kite. We don't have so much of the impetus to do that learning and growth. So coming back to gratitude and the gratitude moon cycle that we are in, the Taurus moon cycle, appreciating the world that we live in, let's have some appreciation for the things that challenge us, for the things that are hard, for the ways that we are different from other people, or we get frustrated with other people, with that we think they should be different, we think they should do things differently, all that stuff. It's an invitation to grow, and we have that opportunity when we see ourselves through another person's eyes. We can see ourselves in ways we never could if we were just by ourselves living alone on a mountain all the time. So that's the gift of relationships. So we have the challenges and we have the gifts, and we can be grateful for all of it. And that, we can have that sense of humor for the journey, right? And it is constantly bringing us these lovely challenges and invitations to grow. So that's the morning, right? That T-square pressure is a little bit more active, most intense right around 6 a.m. Pacific time, dissipates a little bit as time goes on throughout the day, takes a little bit more of that pressure off. And then toward the end of the day, the moon, not quite yet, but the moon begins to head into a square to Jupiter. And so that means that we are looking at our beliefs and our beliefs about caring and how we can get our needs met and do that within the context of relationships. So your beliefs about your needs and how and what you need to get those needs met, those beliefs themselves, there's a challenge to those beliefs. So in other words, there's a door opening that says maybe you could think about this a little bit differently, how you think about your needs in the context of a relationship, and how that could open you to the new learning and the new growth that is possible through the experience of being in a relationship. Again, that could be a romantic partner, a life partner, it could be a friend, a colleague, it could even be a random person on the street that you have a meaningful interaction with. So whatever is showing up, it's an invitation for you to look at yourself differently, to think about things differently, and to open to the gifts that are available here in this experience of seeing things through another person's perspective. You can also, of course, enjoy the gifts of relationships and the gifts of togetherness that come from the people around you and from your own relationship with yourself. Thanks so much for being here. I am Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me at transformationalastrology.com. I have free and paid levels on my membership program there, so check that out. Thank you so much for being here and for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.